Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Smoking Section Podcast. I am your host, Jamar, and I'm joined tonight to the left of me, the proprietor John,
Yo, yo.
and right below us, we put the hater down there because haters gonna hate.
Hey, yo, hey.
What's going on, people?
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, going to be another fun episode, another good episode because it's one of these things we like talking about. Tonight, we're going to do our top five. Yes, another top five. We're going to do our top five favorite MCU movies and TV shows. How y'all feel about that?
You just go ahead and start, Wes. We'll go around that way.
All right, bet cool. I've been working with the MCU movie, Joe, on the real, Joe, since Iron Man, since the first Iron Man. And Joe, man, it's just been something that's been I've been wanting to every time a new movie of the MCU come out, it's like, oh man, all right, yeah. I got to watch a new Iron Man movie. Oh, I got to watch a new Avenger movie. I got to watch a new X-Men movie that's going to come out.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this right here is something really exciting for me.
Yes, sir.
For me, I mean, as being uh, a fan of comics, superheroes in general, and superheroes, Marvel, all of that stuff. I'm really excited for this episode because watching them on the cartoons and reading them and the comic books and everything, it's so cool to be able to see them on screen,
Yeah.
and see these characters fleshed out, and see some of these storylines get represented and put on the big screen or the TV screen. So that's like cool for me in general. Like one of my favorite moments was the Avengers movie, seeing all of them in that shot. Like I never thought I'd see a
Oh
movie
yeah.
is in the same scene together. You feel me? So yeah, that's what it's about to me. Like just really discussing how fun it is, how cool it is, and how privileged I feel to even be able to witness stuff like this.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. Couldn't have said it no better. I definitely agree, man. Like you say, putting all my favorite comic book characters on the big screen where I can see it, man. That shit's just dope. Us as fans, we go back to the not the infancy of superhero movies, but where it started becoming a huge thing. So they made movies back in the fucking 70s and 80s, but we
Yeah.
Blade and we saw the early Spider-Man joints, the early X-Men joints, and that's all we pretty much had. And now the MCU got their own fucking studio, and every fucking character you can think of, from the Incredible Hulk to Claw, god damn it, everybody's been fucking introduced in the MCU, and look what we got, man. So yeah, this gonna be fun. Yes, sir. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes of the episode, man. Everybody came to see. Y'all know me, man. I'm gonna start from 5 and work my way up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know how we do it.
And all the MCU movies and TV shows, for the people in the audience, if you care to Google all of them, it's damn near 100 of them now, by now.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Honestly,
Can I just say
yeah,
one thing
go ahead.
before we get into it? I think it's important for the viewers and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like, y'all have to understand, if y'all don't already understand, the MCU is a different universe from the comics, from the cartoons, even from other movies. but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we'll get into that. So, like I think it's, some people may say, well, it didn't happen like this in the comics, or he wasn't like this, or she wasn't like that. We understand that. We know that. We are talking about the MCU. I just thought that was just lay a little bit of ground so people have an understanding, because as we know, when we talking about this stuff, a lot of this stuff is debatable, and you feel me,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Cause I'm one of those ones. Man. I'm one of those fans. If it's not like the comic book,
yeah, you
I turn my nose up at it every time. But I still watch the MCU movies, and I enjoy a majority of them. I just turn my nose up at it because they're not doing it how the books was, and I see what they're trying to do, but it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I probably seen like 95% of all the MCU movies and TV shows. So my top five list wasn't hard to choose. And my number five MCU movie of all time. This one's a movie. Is just came out last year and it made the list already. It's Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Okay. Okay.
And just how I started off. I fuck with it because I know I like that comic book shit, that comic accurate shit, and every MCU movie or TV show I've seen with my own eyes to this date, Fantastic Four was one of the closest ones I ever seen to the comics. They got that shit almost exactly right. You know
Even
what
with
I'm saying?
the world,
Huh?
even with the futuristic kind of world, old fashioned futuristic kind of world.
Yeah, even with that too, because the Fantastic Four came out in the '60s, the
Yeah.
original one. So, they kind of try to modernize that shit too. In the '60s, they had flying goddamn carts and spaceships and shit. So
Yeah. Yep.
I think they did that too. So that it was very very comic book oriented, even down to the villain Galactus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For years the movies try to modernize them. You know what I'm saying? This one kind of leaned into what they really was. You know what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with it. In the comic books, the Fantastic Four is more than just a team. They are family. The way they intertwine with each other, and that's what I got from this movie. I'm like, yo, Reed Richards, the genius. Sue, she the emotional one, but she gonna be the anchor. Johnny, the hot-headed one, but he gonna go
Right.
out there with
Yeah.
chicks,
Yeah.
and Ben Grimm, the tragic soul, is always in his feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would argue Ben is the heart of the team.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'll say being being the heart. I'll say Flame is like the it's like the it's the hot head of the group, and then you got the couple.
I
Yeah,
would, I liked Fantastic Four movie. I actually like a change that they made. Um I like how they actually gave Johnny Storm more to do.
Yeah.
You know, how he broke down the language and stuff like that. Like I kind of like that because as we said, shit, Johnny is just known for like we said, being a high head and just pretty much ready to throw hands. You know,
yeah,
I like how they kind of layered him a little bit more than what we usually see from Johnny Storm. I think it was a small change, but I was fucking with it. I was fucking with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man. And when I think of Fantastic Four, especially the early version of Fantastic Four, I think of Galactus, I think of Silver Surfer, I think of Doctor Doom. You know what I'm saying? Every time I think of Fantastic Four, this is what the movie felt like. What we knew was leading to Doom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I like this MCU movie version of the Fantastic Four because it don't try to fix them. It let them be who they really are. Some people didn't like the movie, but this is who they really are.
Yep.
And the books, so get used to it. That Fox shit wasn't it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
wasn't it? Which for its time, I ain't gonna say I was a huge fan of the movie, but just me being a comic book guy, I did appreciate it when it came out. The Fox shit, you know.
Yeah. That's why I fuck with Fantastic Four First Steps, man, because in this movie, and just like in the books, they represent discovery, they represent optimism, they represent scientific curiosity. Fucking Reed Richards always fucking with some shit, and there's always family over ego with them.
Yep.
I was and I went to the big screen, and so I enjoyed that. You know, that's why it's number 5 on my list.
I respect it, yo. Fantastic,
Yeah.
man, on some real shit. I take a pull of that. What you got, Wes?
My number 5 is the Ant-Man.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'll say this movie right here, Joe, on the real. I just messaged. I'll say I saw this movie on my phone because I got this free app. I can watch free movies on all the time. Any movie that come out, hey, I can watch it on this phone.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with this movie because of I can't remember the man who played Ant-Man. I can't remember his name too well. So I just for
Paul,
this is the show. I'm just going Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd.
Paul, thank you.
And his alias is Ant Man. His true identity is Scott Lang.
And at the beginning of the movie, I'm saying I like the movie. I'm saying because it told a story. It gave me identity to how he actually became Ant-Man throughout the movie.
Yeah.
How at the beginning of it, he really wasn't like kind of like fucking with this with this role a little bit. Like okay, yeah, like hey, I really don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing, but okay, I bet, cool, I bet, I'll do it.
When Scott Lang was introduced to Scott Lang and Ant Man was introduced to the MCU, I think that he gave a different kind of what's the word I'm searching for?
I did.
A different kind of take
H.
on superheroes, right?
Okay, yeah,
Or what it means to be a superhero. When I watched Ant-Man, the first one, he reluctantly did it, but he did it because he actually wanted to be able to be a hero in his daughter's eyes.
right, yeah.
Yeah. He wanted to be a hero in his daughter's eyes. He wanted to make a little bit of money. About whatever the case may be, is he was going through that little custody thing, which I got to be honest, I feel like him, his wife, the stepfather, and everybody, they all had a pretty healthy relationship for real.
Yeah.
Cool on some real shit. You feel me? That was kind of cool, but that's what I really got from him. A reluctant, more laid back, like because even like when in game. And you know, when they went back in time and everything to 2012 and doing the heist to get the staff and the Tesseract, they like, yeah, you know, we gave it to Shield, who was really Hydra, but we didn't know that they was the bad guys at that time. And then Scott Lang comes and like, how did you not know that they was bad guys? They dressed like bad guys. Like he brought the realism. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
how the fuck do y'all not know that these guys is bad guys? Look at them. You get what I'm saying? Like, also, like, it was a comedic line, but it also brought like grounded reality to the situation and awareness of it. Like, yeah, you know, like we can be superheroes and all of that, da, 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 But Scott Lang was more of a like laid back, boots on the ground, street kind of guy that was actually seeing things that these Avengers, Iron Man, and Captain America, and these guys that's put up here, like he caught that shit off rip. Like, how the fuck do y'all not know that these guys is the bad guys? So I feel like
Right.
a lot of realism and authenticity to the MCU. If that makes any sense. I know I kind of just,
Yeah. And I like Ant-Man was a dope movie. I ain't gonna lie. You know, when these Marvel movies hit, I run to the movies to see them, or I try to see them as soon as I can. But that Ant-Man joint, it took me 2 years to watch that shit after it came out.
Oh, really?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, fucking Ant-Man, the fuck.
I was
but then when you watch it, I'm like, oh, this shit kind of dope.
Yeah, yep. It was, and that's another thing I like about the MCU. These movies, they're superhero movies, but they also fall into different classes or categories, if you will. Ant-Man, to me, heist movie. You feel me? It's a heist movie. Captain America Winter Soldier is a political thriller. You feel me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Guardians of the Galaxy is an adventure movie. You know, they fall into these categories. And Ant-Man, like you were saying, like, like, what? I'm about to watch this, but it was like, oh shit, this shit is kind of. I'm just gonna ask you. It was funny to you, right?
Yeah.
It was funny. It was different, more laid back, more relaxed, right?
Right.
Lesser stakes on the line. You feel me? Well, maybe not lesser stakes, but it's played up as opposed to a Red Skull, right? Or some fucking dark elf trying to motherfucking blanket the universe in darkness. You get what I'm saying? So it was lesser scale of a threat level. It was more laid back. It was more comedic, and I agree with you, Wes. Like pretty good movie.
I gotta say, Scott Lang was a cool Ant-Man. I'm more of a Hank Pym guy, but Scott Lang was cool. And I see why they did that for the movie, because the original Ant-Man came out in the 60s.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have Ant-Man come out of the MCU in the fucking 2000s as a young man. So
yeah. Yeah. All right, well, I guess that leaves up to me. My number 5 is Luke Cage Netflix series. I love this show. Do I feel like it could have been better? Of course. I ain't about to sit here and hold you. I feel like it could have been better, but ultimately, I love the history that came from the TV show Luke Cage. I mean, it's in Harlem. I'm a Harlem dude. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens and Harlem. You feel me? I spent a lot of my years in Harlem, and I like how it had the ability to tell the story, give it some action. You feel me? And flesh out these characters, but also drop that black history in that motherfucker, yo. Like real talk. You feel me? They got the scene where he about to go and bust in Cottonmouth's drug spot, and it's called the Crispus Attucks building. You feel me? I know everybody know who Crispus Attucks is, right? We know Crispus.
I ain't here.
Oh, so Crispus Attucks, if I'm correct, somebody might correct me, but I believe he was the first man to die. They say anyway, recorded in the Revolutionary War, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the shot heard around the world. I believe somebody could come on here and correct me, but I think the shot heard around the world. I think this was Attucks that took that bullet. You feel me? That pretty much popped off the physical aspect. A black man. You get what I'm saying? A black man. You feel me?
Okay.
They talking about the Cotton Club. They talking about all of the history that come from when Cottonmouth was up there at Pop funeral. He was talking about all of the history in Harlem, Malcolm X. You feel me? Langston all these people that ran through the Harlem Renaissance. He even brought it to ASAP Rocky. You feel me? Like it just
Yeah.
he gave people a lot of history, and I'm gonna always love Luke Cage for that. Also, this is a black man that's bulletproof, and it dropped around the time of these police killings. I don't want to get too black power, but this is what I got from it. You get what I'm saying? Like we got a bulletproof black
Yeah.
man, and then he got his powers from being in prison where he was wrongfully convicted and sent to prison. You
Yeah.
feel me? Look at the symbolism in all of this shit, yo. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like I'm fucking with that shit. And then to show how the hood had his back. He walking around with the hoodie. Trayvon Martin had a hoodie. He walking around with a bulletproof hoodie. He got the holes in his shit. You feel me? Like that's what's up. Like that's on some real shit. And then he was very humble. He knew his strength. That was the difference between the Luke Cage on the Netflix series and the Luke Cage in the comics. Because in the comics, Luke Cage is about his money, hero for hire, power man. You feel me?
Right. Right.
In the Netflix series, they would go back to it from time to time where somebody would offer to pay him for protection. You feel me? From the gangsters and stuff like that. And he would always turn it down. You know? Like pretty much doing it out of a sense of duty just to do right because his mentor was Pop, a barber. You feel me? That put him on, you know? So like the first season is pretty much about him and Cottonmouth, the first half. And Cottonmouth was played by Marshall Ali. I'm pretty sure I'm fucking his name up. But it's played by Marshall Ali, who was slated to play Blade, but you know, they keep saying the movie coming out, and then they say it's not coming out, then they say it's coming out, then they say it's not coming out. But if there was one critique that I had of Luke Cage Netflix series, they killed off Cottonmouth far too soon. He was a great villain. Marshall Ali played the fuck out of Cottonmouth. He was a completely different Cottonmouth from the comics. This Cottonmouth was a Harlem kingpin. Huh?
I said, fuck yeah.
Yeah, completely different. This guy was a Harlem kingpin who just oozed fucking confidence and arrogance and knew he was powerful, but he had respect. There was a scene where he was looking for this young kid where they robbed him, whatever the case may be. They went down to the barbershop. They found out that the kid was at the barbershop or was there at some point. And one of Cottonmouth's henchmen shot up the barbershop and it ultimately killed Pop. Pop was a respected figure in the community of Harlem. You feel me? Respected like a motherfucker. Yeah. They actually had it that his barbershop was Switzerland. No street talk, no beef, no none of that. Cottonmouth respected that so much that when he found out that dude had killed Pop, he threw his own man off the motherfucking roof. He was a bad guy. He had morals. You get what I'm saying? He had respect. I fucks with that. And then you had Mariah Stokes. You feel me? That was his cousin. She was a politician, shady though. You feel me? She ended up ultimately being the top villain in all of this. But it was just a great TV show. I enjoyed it. I definitely loved the soundtrack. We had cameos in it. Method Man was in it. You feel me? Some people from ESPN was in it. You know, Jamel Hill, I think her name is, sportscaster or something like that. So like they had their cameos. It was
on Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith in it.
Stephen A. Smith, Sway. You feel me? So it was cameos. The soundtrack is fire.
Oh like, yeah.
To that show is fire. You know, and another thing
that a lot of cameos on New Yorkers too. If you peeped it.
Yep. And the last thing I'll say that I really enjoyed about that show was the camera shots and the production was real cool. And it was something that watching these Netflix series, you'll actually see like Luke Cage watching it. It was usually of a yellow type tint in some of these scenes and camera angles. And if you watch Daredevil, it's a red kind of tint. If you watch Jessica Jones, it's a purplish kind of tint. If you watch Iron Fist, it was a green. You get what I'm saying? I always thought that was cool. And then the Defenders show, when they was at the Chinese food restaurant, when they all convened and shit to see what they was going to do, all of their colors was in that scene together. Symbolism is chef. I fucks with stuff like that. You feel me? When I watch movies, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the story, I'm looking at the characters, and I'm definitely looking at the production levels. Y'all got any thoughts on Luke Cage? Oh, I'm sorry, and I gotta talk about my son Bushmaster. He was the villain of season 2, anti-hero type nigga though, on some real shit. But he was a real one. I can't remember the actor's name, but he played the hell out of that, man. For real. If y'all ever watch,
oh yeah. I remember him. Yeah, I like him too. I like him too. Yeah.
Was that nigga, man? Y'all got any thoughts on Luke Cage? That's my number 5.
You go ahead, Jamal.
Yeah, shouts out to Bushmaster. Shouts out to Cottonmouth, Diamondback. Shouts out to the whole Serpent Society. That's what group they was all in.
Yeah,
the side one was part of that group too in the comic books. But
they even had
the TV show.
They even had what's the old girl name? Madam, she was in season 2.
Oh, I didn't talk about. I can't think of her name right now. Oh my god, I can't think of her name.
She played Mariah's daughter. She not Mariah's daughter in the comics though. But I forget. They also had Mama Mabel. Mama Mabel was a villain in the comics. You feel me? But she was the grandmother of Cottonmouth and Mariah in the show.
Yeah, they gonna switch some shit up. But for me, it was kind of cool to see a variation of the Serpent Society kind of debut in the MCU, and they tried again in Captain America. Since Sam Wilson one, with Sidewinder and shit. So it's cool though. Imagine a group of villains and all of them black, and then they beat the shit out of Captain America. That's never been done before. And for me to see that shit in the comics, that was cool as fuck to see black men like just doing something. And they all beat the fuck out of Captain America and was beating the fuck out the Avengers. So the Serpent Society, man, it's about time for them to make a real debut in the MCU. I mean, they opened the door.
They had Sidewinder in Captain America New World Order.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
They opened the door up, so hopefully we see more. But yeah, that's all I got though. I fuck with Luke Cage, man. That shit was hard. That shit would have been probably my honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say to make it so bad, I'll say this would have this also would have been on my list too, but I figured, know what I'm saying, Joe, you know how even though we always say like, hey, it really don't matter, but this would have been on my list as well, but I thought to myself like, no, West, no, find something that's suitable for you, and also, yeah, you did focus this movie. You did focus this show when it was on Netflix and on Disney. This movie, right? I didn't know nothing about this movie at first until John put me on to it, and then like, I was like, John coming in the little chair room. John always mentioned this movie. I was mentioning this show.
When I first saw Luke Cage, man, bro. When I first saw Luke Cage, I ain't gonna lie, I was hooked from the jump, and I wanted people.
Yeah,
I agree. I gotta check this shit out, yo. This shit is good, and then
I agree. I was saying because when you mentioned it, I'm like, you're like, Wes, you seen this movie? Like, no, man, seen it. Like, man, bro, check it out. No, what? I bet, cool. And when I got done doing what I was doing that day, I sat in my room and popped on. I'm like, no, Joe, let me check this. Let me check this show out. Let me get in the world. You know what I'm saying, Joe? And me seeing a black superhero and a bunch of black villains scrapping. True, yes, I do say a lot in this world today. The black villains, but seeing like this in this here movie right here, and well, I'm sorry, not that I keep saying movie in this show. It was good to see.
It was a
Black
toss-up
cast.
movie. I ain't gonna lie. For my number 5, it was a toss-up. It was either gonna be the first Black Panther movie or Luke Cage. I ultimately went with Luke Cage, and the Black Panther movie is my honorable mention.
Yeah, man, I'm serious, bro. Hopefully they bring Luke Cage back, man.
Yeah. Hopefully they do bring it back. I hope they do bring it back.
It actually has been reports late last year. I'm talking like late 2025, where they were actually reaching a deal and they were in talks for him to actually come back. Like the whole what's his name? We hoping as the fans, we're hoping that in Daredevil Born Again season 2, because we already got a teaser trailer, Daredevil Born Again season 2, and it had Jessica Jones in it. So we hoping that maybe we'll get Luke Cage, because at the end of that, he's talking about how he needed to build an army to go against Kingpin. You feel me? So
Yeah.
we hoping that, he called in his favor because they have worked together, because we have the Defenders show where they all came together. You feel me? So hopefully we will get Luke Cage back. Yep.
I hope so, bro.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. I could say he would reprise the role too.
Mm-hmm. Michael Coulter is his name.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I seen other movies here, and it ain't that. I'm watching other movies here, and I'm saying, bro, you Luke Cage.
Yeah, I see
Hey, don't feel bad. I'm saying cause y'all. I'm saying cause it's some movies I look. It's some movies that I see. I'm like, man, no, Joe, man, no. You is such and such. No, Joe, you ain't this person.
Yeah, that
He
man.
was a good ass movie. Goddamn, he was an army vet, just hitting niggas. Blah, blah, blah. Good ass action movie, man. Gunfight jump.
Right? Butler.
The whole time.
You talking
Yeah,
about
the plane was in.
Gerard Butler? I seen that same shit, and I'm like, these niggas
You
got
Luke Cage, bro.
awesome guns, B.
I'm saying it's just like that Russian from Rocky. I'm like, man, come on, bro. You ain't nobody but the Russian to me. That's all you is, yo. That's it.
Yeah, man.
All right, what you got for your number 4, Jamal?
My number 4 movie of all time, well, for MCU movie of all time is the joint came out recently too, was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Ooh.
I like all the Spider-Man Jones.
I don't think about
Spider-Man,
that. No, boy. I don't think about that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
he not in my top 5, but he in my top 10. Spider-Man definitely one of my favorite characters. Definitely got, one of the favorite story arcs. Like all my top 5 arcs, Spider-Man probably got like 3 of them. So, I love Peter and them, man. But Spider-Man No Way Home, that shit was dope to me, man. I like the Spider versus Doc Doom. Like even in the books, man, they be going at it, man. The Green Goblin, you know what I'm saying? That shit was dope. And the intertwine with all 3, you know what I'm saying? Spider-Man from the different movies and shit. Cause you got Tobey Maguire and James Garfield.
Yep.
And then you got all the villains, not all the villains, but villains from their respective movies all in one. And to me, that shit was dope as fuck. Jamie Foxx reprised Electro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was cool to see. All 3 main bad guys from the different movies. Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro. Like, to me, that shit was historic. I'm in the movie like, damn, this shit sweet as a bitch. You feel me? And to me, it's one of those movies where, because it was the third Spider-Man movie, and in my opinion, you can see the growth of Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying? Each Spider-Man movie, so I definitely fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? The sacrifice he made.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That last fight scene was brutal. The Green Goblin.
Bro.
That was one of the most brutal fight scenes that I've seen in the MCU movie.
Bro, I'm just waiting to get it around because I got a lot to speak on that movie.
You go ahead, bro. I'm saying, go ahead.
I went to Jamal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one last thing. That movie felt like a comic book for real. You know what I'm saying? That's basically the movies on my list why I like them.
Yeah.
That shit felt like a comic book for real, man. Like it was simple. It was simple Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
But his identity, his sacrifice. Like, he got to earn that mask.
Yeah.
Indeed. First, I want to say that movie to me was a love letter to my childhood and my fandom. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland in the same fucking movie as Spider-Man. Do y'all know how many callbacks was in that movie? Callbacks to 2001, 2002. You get straight through.
Yeah.
Like mind y'all, like we went and seen the first Spider-Man movie. You get what I'm saying? And then we went and got Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, which he was giving a lot of shit for no fucking reason. I feel like that movie really gave him some redemption that probably even wasn't needed, because like now some of the scenes in this movie is just like to be somebody that literally watched every single Spider-Man movie that ever came out, right? And to have a scene where Peter loses Aunt May, right? He's just a kid. He literally just a kid. He lost his aunt. He feel responsible for it. And now you got Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, who's already been through this, but they didn't have nobody. They didn't have nobody when they went through it. They didn't have nobody to like, yo, you feel me? Ba, 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 ba. So now he got them. And one of the best scenes that stuck out to me was, you know, Tom Holland is like, you know, she was there because of me and da da da. And then I think Andrew Garfield about to say something, and he was like, yo, please don't tell me you know how I feel. Andrew Garfield immediately says, okay. You know why he immediately says okay? Because that's Peter Parker too. Yep. That's Peter Parker too. Different universe, but that's Peter Parker too. And when his uncle was killed or his Gwen was killed, nobody could tell him that it wasn't his fault. He immediately said, okay. But then, no, Peter said, don't tell me what you're feeling right now, because you don't. He said, all right. And then Peter said, Tom Holland said, she's dead and it's because of me. And then Andrew Garfield immediately looked at him with the knowing face. That dude is such a good actor, yo. He don't get the credit he deserves. He looked at him with the knowing look of, you just told me not to say I know what you're feeling, and I respect that. But what you just said, I know exactly what you're feeling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you are me. And you get what, like that scene right there was just like, yeah, I fucks with this shit. And then you got Tobey Maguire, the OG, who has learned how to balance Peter Parker and Spider-Man. And his whole dialogue with his introduction to Tom Holland, and when they back and they talking and everything, his whole thing is pretty much telling him like, I had to learn how to balance both. I had to learn how to still live a life. This is the OG. He already been through what both of them went through already. And Garfield is currently going through it. Tom Holland Spider-Man, his shit just begun. You get what that's how I got it. You feel me? Like that whole movie to me is just like official. And then we got the good callbacks with the memes. You feel me? My back, and he like, yo, you fought an alien? Yeah, I fought an alien. Well, I fought like glue. You got aliens? Shit, I fought like a robot and a giant lizard. You fought a giant lizard, man. That's like that whole. It's just like I'm watching a movie and I'm like, I watched it with my cousin and my brother. We went to the movies to watch that shit. No. My cousin and my brother, we went to the movies to watch Civil War. I took my daughter to the movies to see Spider-Man No Way Home. Took two of my daughters. I bet you. Yeah, like, man, I'm sitting there just like
a little kid.
Like a little kid, bro. I ain't ashamed to say I'm like a little kid watching this shit. Yo, they all on the same screen. We getting these callbacks. It's just official. Yeah, yo.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, they even let the web come out of his wrist there.
Yeah, they even, he was like, oh, you can't do that. They're like, what the fuck? And then Tom Holland.
I know the comment. I know I love the comment, but I hated that shit. I'm like, man, they could have gave that man the web goddamn jank. They ain't make that shit come out of his wrist like that.
Come on, man. Now,
So yeah, man, I'm with you on that, man. I fucks with Spider-Man No Way Home. What you got next, Wes?
My number 4 just got mentioned by you, John, is Black Panther. Yeah, I'll say this was my man's. I want to say his last movie role. Chadwick.
Yeah.
Boseman. That's it now. I want to butcher nobody's name. You know what I'm saying, Joe? Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
Okay, all right, I said it right then. Cool. And what I liked about this movie was that it was the rise of a culture and a rise of Black people as a nation.
It definitely was like a I ain't gonna lie, that shit was all over social media.
Yeah.
It was all over social media. It united us for a while.
Yeah.
We was fucking with it, like I said, Black Panther was my honorable mention. Watching Black Panther is so much stuff because I was somebody that was really on some like, damn, it's a comic book movie. We ain't gotta get all black power behind it. You feel me? But watching the movie, I understood. I got it.
Yeah, I understand why. Yeah.
Like I got it. Once I watched the movie, I was like, okay, I get it. A lot of themes and messages. Obviously, we got the Martin Luther King, Malcolm X aspect between T'Challa and Killmonger. We have the there's a name for it, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to say it. But that thing that we even go through now, Africans versus African Americans, so to speak. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or so many people not wanting to be black, claiming not to be black when they you are, you know. But I think it showed a lot of that, and it also showed nationalism versus um isolationism. It also shows, do you have a responsibility, to do more if you can, you know?
Yeah,
Um, Wakanda was pretty much, we gonna protect our own. Those people are not our people, but kind of are. You feel me? Like, it is what it is.
Right,
It
yeah.
There's no way to get around that. And Killmonger, his ways, yeah, I don't agree with his ways because you talk about killing everybody. We can't kill everybody now because everybody is not guilty of, you feel me, of this shit.
Right.
Everybody ain't guilty of this shit. So nah, I won't agree with Killmonger. He had some extremist ways. His mind was in the right place. His heart was in the right place. I don't think his mind, his anger overshadowed all of that, which was their fault in the first place. Y'all left him there, killed his pops and left him there.
yeah,
So you wouldn't be shamed. That's crazy. I fucks with Black Panther, yo. It did bring a nice
yeah,
black people when it dropped.
Yeah.
yeah. And we had to tell in with damn Black History Month is over, but I was about to say we had to tell in the Black History Month and Black Panther is a dope hero, man, especially, for us growing up as little black kids, man,
Yep.
And shouts out to Forrest Whitaker and Angela Bassett. They all stars. They had
Yeah.
cameos in the movie.
I would say, man,
All
I'll
stars.
take a shot to him.
I'll take a shot to
Yeah,
that.
most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Man, I like the introduction of Killmonger. Is that the introduction of Ulysses Claw? I
Nah, introduction to Ulysses Claw is in Age of Ultron.
can appreciate that. But
Hmm.
yeah, in the comic books, bro, he one of my favorite villains in the movies. That made this nigga like an arms dealer in the books. This nigga had his hand cut off, and he got some fucking sound waves that fucking bounce your ass all over the place. So they always do shit different, but
I keep telling y'all, it's a different universe, man. Until you
you
accept
don't
that,
have to.
it's a lot of stuff you just ain't gonna be able to be like, until you accept it, it's
You
easier.
don't have to be.
It's so much
You
easier for
don't
me,
have
yo.
to be.
Different universe. Because even
If
even
you make it like it, if
comics,
you make it like it is,
have you seen Absolute Batman? Have you seen Absolute fucking Joker?
nah.
That's
But I read it though.
that's comics though. Completely different from how we was introduced to Batman and Joker, right?
Right, yeah.
Different universe.
It's the same for us, man. But
All
yeah,
right.
what you got, bro?
What we at? Number 4, right?
Number 4, yeah.
Is Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Like I said before, this is a political thriller disguised as a superhero movie. Um, Great action. I feel like this is one of the movies that has the best hand-to-hand combat scenes in the entire MCU. Cause Cap and Bucky, them motherfuckers, yeah.
oh yeah.
The Winter Soldier himself was such. So the MCU in Marvel Phase 1 and probably even in Phase 2, I believe, had a problem. A lot of their villains was trash, generic. You feel me? World domination and all of that shit. The Winter Soldier is one of the greatest villains in MCU history. When that motherfucker was on screen, you knew somebody was about to get rocked.
Yeah.
Straight up. Straight up. You knew somebody was about, like, he had Scarlet Witch nervous. Not Scarlet Witch, Black Widow. One of this woman's superpowers, if there is anything, such as her ability to stay calm in any situation and think things through. You feel me? He
Yeah.
had her nervous and scared. Like on some real shit. Like, dude was
Yeah.
greatest MCU villains. When he was on screen, you felt his presence. You felt the threat that was at hand. These motherfuckers talking to a nigga in the car. Next thing you know, this nigga reached through the fucking car, tossed this nigga,
Hey, that's some
tossed
crazy
this
shit.
nigga out. You feel me? And then the nigga not even playing no games with them. Nigga said, yo, fuck it. Took the whole fucking steering wheel off. Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, Winter Soldier was about that business, like for real, putting that work in for real. Another thing that I love so much about Captain America Winter Soldier was the freedom versus security theme, right? It's leading up to Civil War. It plants seeds of the movie Civil War. You feel me? Freedom versus security. Steve, Captain America, finds out that Shield is building these helicarriers that could fucking wipe out 100 people in like 3 seconds. You feel me? He looking at this like, yo, what the fuck? What if this shit getting into the wrong hands? Why are y'all building this? Say it's for defense and stuff like that. What if this shit get into the wrong hands? So,
Right, yeah.
with that being said, the freedom versus security, to me, it started to show Steve Rogers. It started to show Captain America becoming more Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. You know, like in that movie, it's like this was the first time that Steve really started questioning, okay, can I truly wholeheartedly trust Shield, the United States government? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that movie was the first glimpse that we found out who Steve Rogers truly was. Like, yeah, he has the Captain America mantle, he has the super soldier powers and everything, but he is still Steve Rogers. Because like I was talking to my brother, when you go back to the movie Captain America, one of the most important things that Steve says before he even takes the serum, that dates strictly in line with his views in Winter Soldier and his views in Civil War. He said it. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from. He's not just going to follow orders. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's another one of the reasons why I really, really, really love Captain America Winter Soldier. I mean, it highlighted corruption from within. I highlighted trust. That's actually the movie where Steve and Black Widow actually begin a friendship, a trusting friendship, not just a working relationship, but an actual trusting friendship. If we don't get Captain America Winter Soldier, we may not get Black Widow switching sides in Civil War and helping Steve.
Yeah.
That's when she said it. You know, he was like, they was talking to something, and he was like, she said, would you trust me with your life? He said it. He said, now I would.
Real.
That's one of the best things about the MCU. When you go back and you do these rewatches, you get to see certain seeds that's planted that leads up and plays out in other movies along the timeline and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why Winter Soldier is my number 4. Y'all got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's also on my honorable mention list. I ain't pick it because I knew you was. I know bro gonna pick the jump, so I knew you gonna put it on my list. I just knew it. That's, yeah, definitely one of my favorite MCU movies, man. The chase scene with Cap, the fight scenes with Bucky. You know what I'm saying? All that shit was dope, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When Bucky was introduced in the comics, it was right around the time I stopped reading comics. Like Bucky and Azazel were new characters when
Yeah.
I stopped reading. That was oh 05, oh 06, oh 07 type shit. So, you know, it was still cool to see him on the big screen, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say with me going to see this movie. I saw this movie. I went actually. I went to the movies to go see this movie. Actually, no, I didn't. I ain't go to the movies. No, I'll say because I ain't been, true fact. West ain't been to the movie theater in a good little minute. West now, Joe. I go take that, Joe. I go to the movie app, Joe, and or to Disney Plus, and I bet I watch. I go back and watch old movies, or like you said, this movie. I went back and watched it again, and Cap. And I know I'm gonna get hate, which yes, true. Yes, I'm the hater. I didn't fuck. I didn't fuck with Cap.
You a hater, yo. For real. How you not fuck with
Hey,
Captain America, bro?
see, I explained myself. See, I said I know I was gonna get hate either from the panel or from the comments.
Bro, it's the first round draft pick, Captain America. How do you hate Captain
Now I'll
America?
say for me, Cap.
Yeah.
Now I'll say for me, Cap won't nowhere near be on my radar to go to draft. I'm gonna be honest with
That's
you,
like that's
100%. Cap won't be nowhere near my radar.
like hating Michael Jordan, man.
Like for real, man. That's the number one draft pick right there. Steve Rogers, Captain America. Let me tell you why Steve Rogers is important, man.
All right, talk to me.
Steve Rogers is important because he knows what it's like to be weak. He knows what it's like to have the odds stacked against him and everything. He's a genuine dude that just genuinely wants to do good. How do you not? I that's what I don't be understanding. How do you not support somebody who just genuinely wants to do good?
Hey, it's just me. I want fucking with Cap. I'm sorry. It's just me. Hey, I might have some some follow with me, Joe. They be like, hey, fuck Cap too.
They wildin', man. They wildin'. Then we got some technical difficulties on Jamal part. He'll probably be back, but he was next up, wasn't he?
Yeah.
How about that? Well, we'll keep the show going, and I guess when he come back, we could briefly just shoot back to him real quick.
All right, bet. Well, until he come back, then my number my number three. Are we getting to the nitty gritty now? Um, this movie came out in 2018. Is Ant-Man the Wasp.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. I wasn't
yeah.
too much a fan of that movie, to be honest. I really wasn't too much of a fan. Like it was all right, but it felt like a filler to me.
As I thought too. I thought that too. When I first watched it, I'm kind of iffy on it a little bit. I'm kind of iffy on it. Then I had to rewatch it again and again. I'm like, all right, bet. Now I kind of understand. Okay, a little bit.
Jamal, you just getting back. We just went over to Wes for his number 3, so we'll just do your number 3 afterwards. But Wes said Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, back to Ant-Man again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
That boy loves some Ant-Man.
yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Ant-Man and the Wasp. It came off more as a filler comedic thing to me.
Yeah,
Me
that's
too.
exactly what it was to me. A comedian to me, yeah.
Yeah, that jump was definitely filler, man. I like the first Ant-Man better.
Yeah. So what you got for number 3, Jamal?
Now who the haters? I'm just saying.
My number 3 favorite MCU movie of all time. Since I couldn't pick Winter Soldier, I'm gonna pick a Captain America movie too. I'm gonna pick Captain America Civil War.
Good one.
My number 3 favorite movie of all time. It didn't really feel like a Captain America film. It felt like an Avengers film to me.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? It felt like Avengers without being called Avengers. You know what I'm saying? It was it the first movie that was a crossover? Well, you had hero versus hero in a big battle like that. That shit was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
To see on screen because I don't feel like getting a book, but it's over there. Trust me, I got it. I got the Civil War book right over there, and that's one of my favorite reads. So to see them make a movie out of that shit, even though they butchered it a little bit or botched it a little bit, like that shit was cool as a motherfucker to see, bro. And they got it all. They got it almost right. Just the books, though.
They got it right. They got it right. They got it right.
For the most part, you know what I'm saying? They did what they could for what the characters they had.
It's their universe. It went exactly go.
Yeah.
It went exactly how it's supposed to go, bro. I'm telling you. It's their universe.
Bro. Cause they pull it from some like the MCU movies. It ain't none of them just straight made up. They always pull from some that they add their little twist towards shit. Cause they might be limited or they just might want to do it their way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. But every MCU movie and TV show, all of them pull from something. You feel me? Even the old X-Men movie.
That's just like the comics. How many different variations of Superman, X-Men, or even Spider-Man do we have? I'm not even talking about movies and TV shows. I'm talking about just comics. They all took, the writers, the artists, they all took from the source material and made it their own and put their perspective on it. They got it right because it was their perspective.
We don't want that perspective.
Hey, yo, Wes, I think you gotta make a little bit of room in the hating section, yo.
I told you, man. I told you, man.
I think you gotta make a little bit of room in the hating section.
Slide over. Slide over, bro.
Slide over.
I got you, man. I got you. There's always room in the haters. You know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah.
For real, though. I know I'm not the only nigga who think like that. And then I might be. Who knows? But
nah. It's a lot of people that, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to just be up here just like, yo, you shouldn't be thinking like that. I get it. You feel me? For me, all I'm saying is that I did start to think, I did used to think like that, especially when the movies first got introduced. Wait a minute, it ain't happened like that in the comics. But
exactly.
It made it easier for me to enjoy what was presented to me. When I realized, when they pretty much said it, the MCU is its own universe. It is its own universe.
Like watching wrestling and you don't like the booking. You gonna always think in your mind or talk to your buddies like, man, I would have did it this way, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's kind of like, okay, NWO, Undisputed Era, Bloodline, Four Horsemen, all factions, all from the same source material, a faction, a group, but they all did it their way. Right?
Right. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna recreate that, then do it how they did it. Don't do it how you want to do it.
Nah, you
We didn't
can't
have to.
do how they did it all the time.
Especially.
Especially in wrestling, you can't do it how they did it all the time. Motherfuckers will call that shit out in a fucking heartbeat. Comic accuracy, don't get me wrong, comic accuracy is one of the most important things in superhero movies and TV shows. But I personally don't knock it if a writer or production team want to put their own spin on something. You know, because
Fantastic Four, First Steps, the most recent Superman movie that came out last year, Deadpool and Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Comic accurate to the T. You feel me? And you see how good those movies were.
wait a minute. What Deadpool and Wolverine was comic accurate.
For the most part, Deadpool comic accurate. All three of his movies. They did flip some shit around though.
That's what I'm saying. They flip shit around. He didn't. You get what I'm saying? Like they flip shit around. Domino was I mean, his love interest was Lady Death. He was an X-Man. He was a X-Force. Like, you feel me? Like, they stuck to the comics with the Merc with the mouth and the breaking, you know, the fourth wall and everything. But Deadpool ain't never helped no kid named Firefist. You get what I'm saying? Like, fuck. You know,
this nigga be hopping dimensions, and it's like 100 different Deadpools, and that shit was cool to see. And all them Deadpools got their own little names too.
And then you can't tell me that Logan, the movie Logan, was comic book accurate.
Hell nah. They pulled that from the old man Logan. But I see what they did there.
It was still
they had to do it for the movie, and I understand, but
still a great movie though, right? One of the best X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Logan, on some real shit.
It's also one of the best. It's one of the best X-Men movies that don't get talked about too, for whatever reason.
That's true, and that wasn't comic book accurate at all.
But I see what they did. Though.
I'll say, but I think this right here, Joe, is like with everything I just said, Joe. It's like to give us fans and to give us critics something to talk about after watching the movie. Like, oh man, hey, man, I saw Captain America last week. Oh man, Joe, this one guy said, hey, this movie was good. And then you go to the next guy, be like, oh man, Joe, I saw Captain America too, and that movie to me, Joe, was trash.
Subjective.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. People gonna always have their opinions on things, you know. They like what they like. You just can't force your shit on people, man. That's it.
Yeah, you can try though, you know.
Right, yeah. You can try at the end of the day, but yeah.
Nobody likes that. Don't try to force it. I understand somebody trying to explain something to me or why they think I should do something, watch something, or say something. But if I say no twice, you don't need to keep trying. You feel me? You don't need to keep.
Come on, bro. Just try this joint, man.
Nah, man. No. You know, like, It's like
Yes,
in the world today, like people have to, want to, will, whatever the case may be. Is think it's wiser to understand that it's billions of people on this planet, yo. You cannot get everybody that you encounter, even people that you have a close relationship with. You can't get these people to just think exactly like you, be on board with everything that you want to do, everything that you believe. What?
yeah.
How?
Somebody
Serious?
out there needed to hear that.
Yeah,
Huh?
There's somebody out there needed to hear that.
yeah. I second that.
Get out that camera.
I don't know who it was from, but somebody needed to hear it.
It's for, it's for
You
somebody
know what I'm
ears
saying?
on the real.
You're
That's for
welcome.
somebody ears.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah, Captain America Civil War, man, the fight scene between Captain America and Iron Man, that shit was so cool. That was a comic accurate fight, man. That shit was dope as fuck to see. Did I say that was an introduction to Spider-Man and Black Panther
Mm-hmm.
in the Civil War movie? And y'all know me. You know, Silver Surfer and Galactus, my favorite hero and villain. But I really don't venture out in space too much. I like to keep it grounded here on Earth. And you know, Captain America Civil War, it wasn't a cosmic threat level movie. It was a grounded movie. So it was kind of like more believable. You know what I'm saying? It was
Mm-hmm.
the government reacting and shit. And you got public backlash and, you know what I'm saying, division and shit. That, you know, besides Winter Soldier, that's my favorite Captain America movie. And that's why it's 3 on my list.
I respect it.
Yeah.
My number 3 is I'm at number 3, right?
Yeah.
I've been drinking and I've been smoking, yeah. Smoking section. In fact, with that being said,
Might as
Hold
well
on, wait,
drink to
wait.
that.
Let me get out with you. Let me get out with you. Let me get out with you. Let me get a little devil with you. Let me get a little devil with you.
you feel me? You feel me? That Terramana, hey yo, he fucks with the Terramana. Hey yo, Dwayne needs to put you in a commercial for Terramana. I'm gonna get that one day just to see it because you've been steady on that. What you drinking, Wes? Henny? Wes,
Man, you know I'll get out there here.
Let's stay on that hen dog, yo.
Yeah.
When said I'm 18 years old drinking that shit.
So my number 3 is the Avengers movie. What more do I need to say? The Avengers movie. There is a movie called The Avengers. We have been blessed and privileged enough to see Captain America, Iron Man, the Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Nick Fury, Loki, all of these people in the same movie.
Fighting for the same cause.
You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, that's what's up, yo, for real. Like, and I like how it showed that everybody came from a different background, different type of views. You got Cap and Tony, right? You got Cap, this traditional guy. You feel me? Coming from I think his era is the greatest ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, the greatest era, something like that. But you know, he comes from that era, a military man, a countryman, a patriot. He believes in following orders. At this point in time, you feel me? He believes in following orders, doing what's right. Real traditional stand-up guy. And you got Tony, devil may care attitude. Look, I run me. Y'all motherfuckers don't run me. I do what the fuck I want to do. You feel me? Type of, you know, the smart genius dude. So you know they gonna bump heads, which they did, which was so cool that when you fast forward all the way to Endgame, Well, first you got that argument between Tony and Cap, where Cap says, you know, take away that suit and you ain't nothing. You feel me? No,
Yeah.
he said you're not the man willing to you know, sit on the wire, pretty much make the sacrifice. You feel me? And Tony said everything that's special about you came out of a bottle. But when you go to Endgame, well, actually, even in event, well, when you go to Endgame, Tony sacrificed his life after he had his daughter too. He sacrificed his life on some real shit to save the universe.
Yeah.
Cap lifted Mjolnir. That ain't got shit to do with the super soldier serum. They was wrong about each other. They was literally wrong about each other. Cap said that he would not make a sacrifice. You feel me? He's self-centered. And Tony ain't nothing special about you at all. It's just that serum. We already know, like, the fuck was that? I was under attack for a minute. But we already know that you gotta be a special type of person to even be able to lift Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody just going up there and picking that shit up.
Gotta be worthy.
You gotta be worthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
About Cap wasn't out of a bottle. It was Steve Rogers all along. It wasn't Captain America. I like that little setup. You feel me? And then it comes through the unity through conflict, right? You got Bruce Banner who really just don't want to fucking be there. You feel me? Like
The hot head of the group. Yeah.
not even the hot head of the group. He don't want to be there because he feels that he is putting everybody in danger. He's not even worried about himself. He's worried about everybody around him.
I said, didn't have your feelings for your old girl.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that just did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that shit came out of nowhere. I saw no build up, no anything when it
Right,
came.
yeah.
I don't want to knock it too much, but yeah, that shit was like, okay. You feel me? I guess they're doing this now. But you know, so you got him, he don't want to be there. Black Widow, she pretty much just trying to follow orders, but she's also worried about Clint, who's been compromised. What's the name? Got hidden. You
All
feel
fucked up, yeah.
and shit. Like they is unity through conflict. It's ego versus responsibility. You know, it's also belief. You got Nick Fury putting all his fucking cards into y'all niggas. You feel me?
Yeah.
He putting everything into y'all, yo. So I'm gonna always love it. And then that iconic, that's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. That's probably one of the best fucking transitions ever. You feel me?
You know what? In life, I'm gonna take that line. I'm gonna take that line, and that's why my excuse for now.
You feel me? And then you got Loki. Loki became a fucking. He was a beloved heel, like in wrestling.
Yeah.
You feel me? Tom Hiddleston,
Yeah.
fuck out of Loki. He became a beloved heel. We cheering this nigga on. We don't want him to win, but we still want him to be okay. You feel me?
Right.
No.
Right. Hey, but in the movie, like, oh, come on, Joe, pull through for me, big dog. Come on.
You feel me? Like, yeah,
You
like
gotta be a good heel before you can be a baby face.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish with that. I ain't gonna go too much into it. You feel me? Avengers, first movie, my third. Though. What you got, Wes?
My number. I'm on number 2. I'm saying, yeah, I'm on number 2. My number 2 is Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one.
Good choice.
Zoe, this chick Zoe, Zoe,
Zoe Saldana.
yeah, Carolina. That's how much. That's her name for now for me. It's Carolina. That's where I remember her from. There, that's Carolina and Vin Diesel and Dumb Dave Batista.
Drax.
I mess with this movie, Joe, because I would say it was star powered. It was star powered. What's my man name? The captain of the group. Chris Pitts. I said I want to butcher the right name, but nah.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pitts. I said Pitts. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fuck with this movie, Joe, through and through.
Hell yeah, man. Guardians of the Galaxy. That was definitely a good movie, bro.
Bradley Cooper was Rocket. Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Vin Diesel was Groot.
Yep.
Right.
Groot. Yep.
Yeah, like you say, star-studded. I think the first Guardians movie was the introduction of Thanos, I believe, right?
I think so.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, well, kind of like, because, you know, he was in the teaser. He was in the post-credits of the Avengers. But,
Yeah.
although, like, scenes and stuff like that, it was Guardians.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that was dope to see, you know what I'm saying? You know, a completely different version of Drax, but I accepted it for what it was, you know.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Batista saved that, though. If I don't feel somebody else, I don't know. You know?
I'll say, I read, in the Wikipedia of this movie, I read a little something lead up to the show, when Dave got casted for this when Dave got casted for this role, he broke down and started crying. He broke down. Like, yeah, I'm made for this role right here. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I fucks with Guardians of the Galaxy too, yo. What you got, Jamal?
Yeah, my number 2 favorite MCU movie of all time is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, man.
Okay.
I fuck with that joint, man. I fuck with Doctor Strange too. He definitely in my top 10 characters. He a different type of character, that mystical type of being that use orbs and magic and spells and wishes. He ain't gonna fist fight you at all.
Yeah.
He a different type of character. For Marvel, you know, when this shit came out, 2022, and we know how the Marvel movies are. For Marvel to do a movie like this, it felt totally different. It wasn't your typical beat 'em up, punch 'em up movie, laser beam movie. It was a different kind of vibe to it. You feel me? And then how Wanda is the kind of the antagonist, and to have Doctor Strange versus Scarlet Witch, that's a fucking epic ass battle in itself. Yep. So shit, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucking Wanda was going the fuck off in that movie. You hear me?
He was wilding, B. For real.
That shows you how powerful Wanda is on the low. Like, I got this shit over there. We're gonna do a show on my book collection one day. A special.
Okay.
But I got that over there. The House of M. All Wanda said was no more mutants.
Yep.
Everybody lost their power. Not everybody, but
that gave birth later on to the Messiah arc, right?
Yeah, it did. But that's, I mean, that movie also showed how powerful Wanda can be. Um, I think that Doctor Strange came after the WandaVision TV show. WandaVision TV show definitely on my honorable mention.
Another thing about that movie, I think that's the first in MCU movies where a good guy turns bad. Babyface turn heel.
Yeah, I think you're right though.
Mm-hmm.
The
I was saying,
motherfucking
I thought that was
Darkhold.
what's your name? I thought the first one to do it was low key with
Nah, Loki was always a bad nigga. Loki wasn't good. For real. Yeah,
they all
Loki.
saw through that through the movie. I'm sorry,
Loki.
folks.
It's a reverse. Loki end up becoming good.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah, and the visuals for this movie, man, that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying?
My only gripe with that movie, if I was to make a critique about the movie, what I did enjoy was I feel like we needed more time in some of these different universes.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think this was this the first movie where they tampered to different universes.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's another reason why I like this movie. It's the first movie to explore different universes, and that's what Doctor Strange do. And it also showed a little bit of his ego because in the books that nigga kind of like a baby Iron Man. That nigga got an ego like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
It kind of showed in the movie too. But yeah, man, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, man.
I respect it, yo. My number two is The Punisher, Netflix series.
Ooh.
John Bartholomew, you feel me? Um, to me, that dude, perfect casting for The Punisher.
Yeah,
Perfect, like it's
like tailor made for him.
tailor fucking made for him. When I see that dude, I see The Punisher. Like that motherfucker is
Mm,
Castle B, and it's gritty. It dives into trauma and PTSD. It dives into grief and how it's handled. You know, um, it it also dives in that moral conversation that we could have with so many superheroes. You feel me? Y'all claim to want to
yeah,
protect innocent, but these motherfuckers, y'all beating them up, locking them up, and throwing them in the jail, and they get right the fuck back out and do the same shit. You
Yeah.
know, it really argues with.
yeah,
It's a huge debate. You feel me? Like obviously the Punisher's a vigilante, but this motherfucker is putting down pedophiles and you feel me, murderers and serial killers and stuff like that. So it's like, I mean,
yeah,
you know. So I just like how it like really dives into that. That conversation is had in so many scenes with so many people. But Frank Castle, he don't budge. Fuck that. He was introduced in Daredevil season
yeah,
two. What he told him in the courtroom, motherfucker. Any piece of shit that I put down, I did it because I liked it. You feel me? You know,
pretty
like
much, yeah,
so, like that. That's just like official, man. You know, it also goes with that justice versus revenge. It also comes with the question of what is justice. What is justice? You know,
yeah,
we all love to sit here and say what's right and wrong, but on some real serious shit, on real serious shit, you wanna somebody take somebody from you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is there right or wrong in that? I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. We all different. Some people may see what's right and what's wrong, and some people it's like Frank Castle. That's not me putting out for real, but that's not me saying we should go and do this and go and do that. I'm just saying like you could. I mean, it's easy to say what we will do until it happens to us, or what we won't do until it happens to us. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I like what that show portrays. I feel like that show has a lot of that in there as well, where people point the finger at Frank, but he always making sense when he tell him why he do what he do. You know, um, I just fuck with it. It's great acting. You got Kingpin in there from time to time. You feel me? You got old girl. Uh, she started in the Daredevil show. Karen Page. You know, you got the
Yeah.
cop dude. It's just it's official. And then you got my boy Micro, which he's a different Micro from the comics, but I like his character. I like the role that he played, and it's still fleshed out.
So,
Um, that Frank is still capable of friendships. You feel me? It may be weird, maybe a different type of friend, but it all
yeah.
he's still capable of working with people. He's still capable of building a friendship or some type of relationship, even after all that he's been through and what he still goes through it, and even though what he's doing. So I like really like that. I like the second season when he protecting the little girl. You feel me? She was a nice it was a nice little dynamic, especially with that scene where he about to kill old boy. And she like, nah, don't do it, don't kill him, whatever the case may be. So he like, all right, fuck it. And when they walking out, she was like, yo, if it'll make you happy, you can still burn the place down. And then he ended up burning it down. I just like that little dynamic. You feel me? The protector over, guardian over the young, the innocent, and shit like that. That was a nice little role that they had together. And yeah,
Yeah.
Punisher is my second. Like I love that show. I didn't rewatch it about 3 or 4 times. The show is fucking good. And that man, Marvel got this cool habit of picking the right, like casting the right actors and actresses for these
Yeah. Yeah.
like
I agree with that.
do.
Yeah.
And yeah, Punisher, my number 2, y'all.
Yeah. That shit all right, bro. You can't go wrong with that, man. I fuck with the Punisher series too, man. John Bernthal, the nigga who played it. I don't know if people know that's Kurt Angle's nephew.
Yeah, by marriage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
I fuck with Punisher, man. Keep on saying that time after time, man. Comic accuracy for me. That Punisher TV series, man, it was dark. That junk was gritty. It was realistic, and I ain't never seen nothing like that in the MCU at that time. Nothing like that. That shit was heavy on the action sequences. You know what I'm saying? You know, a nigga love a fight scene or two. You know what I mean?
Always
The
seen
tactical combat. Like
that.
Punisher, a different type of character. He not strong. He don't have laser beams or gadgets. It's tactical combat with Frank Castle. So he gonna do it different. And this was the first TV show that I seen in the MCU that explores trauma. It explores PTSD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the cost of vengeance, man. Yeah, that's why I fuck with the Punisher, Joe. A lot of people might not know. Punisher's first appearance was in Spider-Man in the 70s, 1974. So anybody got the first appearance of Punisher, it might be worth a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you on that.
But yeah. What you at your number 2?
I'm at my number 1 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As he would say, we at the main course now. It's time for
Yeah.
it's time for that main course now.
The drink, another cigar.
Yeah.
My number 1 movie came out last year. I'm sorry, it came out in 2024. I said last year. I'm sorry, 2024. Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
I got to put my boy in there. I got to have my boy in there. I got to have my boy on my MCU movie. I got to have my boy.
Respect.
I guess to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I felt disrespected why I didn't. But this movie right here,
fight scene.
yeah. I'll say the fight scenes with Deadpool and Wolverine fighting each other and them fighting all the bad guys that was fighting. It was good in this movie.
Yeah. It sure was. That shit was dope as fuck to see Gambit and Blade too.
Yeah.
I don't know why people was hating on Channing Tatum. Excuse me. Why people was hating on Channing Tatum as Blade? Like, I mean, not as Blade, as Gambit.
I don't know why either. No.
What's up with that?
He was supposed to back in the day, but the Gambit character kept getting sidelined for whatever reason. He was supposed to have been play goddamn Gambit in the 2000s on Fox before the MCU. So I don't know. And then I seen some people say his accent was too deep, but here go me again. In the comics, man, that nigga Gambit accent is deep. Like even when the writers write his dialogue, you read it the way it's written. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Creole right from Louisiana.
I'm with you on that one. Yep.
So you gonna talk like that, man? But Moncherie, mon ami, Moncherie, what's good, baby? You know what I'm saying?
I want know what? And I want a gaming movie. I want one. I want to see a gaming movie.
We've only seen him portrayed twice.
Right, yeah.
On movies.
About that first one, you can pretend that first one ain't happened.
Yeah, that first one was wild, yo, for real.
Either give me a movie or a TV show on Disney Plus. I'll take either or. I ain't picky. Just give me either or. I'll take a movie or a show. I'm cool. A series, I'm sorry. A series. I'll go with it. I'm cool.
Yeah. Gambit, he gonna make his return in the new Avengers movie, Doomsday. And John, you said the regular Avengers movie, one of your favorites, and look how far they came from the regular Avengers to Age of Ultron to Infinity War to Endgame to Doomsday. Look how far it's come.
Yup. For real.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but my number 1 favorite MCU project of all time, I say project because it's a TV series. On this one, I can't even lump, you know what I'm saying, the seasons up. I'm gonna do it all in one. It's the Daredevil series.
This thing took my number 1. I knew you was about to say that shit. Once you said it was a series, I was like, damn, B.
Damn, bro. You
Nah, you
too. Because I knew you was gonna do Winter Soldier. That's how I know you gonna do it. That's why
mhm.
you should have known this, bro.
He gonna get one other one.
You should have
Nah,
known this.
good though, man. That shows how good that show is, man. For real, that show is top tier.
Because people in the comments, check out archives. We did Smoking Section Podcast archives, Smoking Section page. We did our top 5 favorite superheroes, and go back and listen. Daredevil in my top 5. Daredevil my number 4 favorite superhero of all time. So for them to do a series on this, I'm like, I fuck with the movies, but I'm like, yo, Daredevil get a series? I mean, it's like 8 episodes of this shit. It's 40 minutes an episode. It's
Yep.
3 seasons, and they bring it back on Netflix.
Yep.
I'm a fucking fanboy all day when it comes to Daredevil, because that's my nigga. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? I tend to like more grounded superheroes, so Daredevil was very, especially the most recent one, was very comic accurate and grounded. I fuck with that. It wasn't flashy. You know what I'm saying? It felt like it's street level. You
Yeah.
feel me? No
Yeah.
aliens, no sky beams. It was just street shit, crime, corruption, consequences, and Hell's Kitchen. You know how it is in New York, John? Kingpin running around in the underworld, fucking with shit, and then being the mayor at the same time. It's crazy. You feel me?
Kingpin
The fight scene.
of that show. Kingpin, Vincent, then whatever the fuck his last name is, played the fuck out of the Kingpin in that movie,
Yeah,
TV show.
I mess with Kingpin in it, in this right here, Joe. Even though, yeah, true, yeah, he's the back. I fuck with him more than I did with Flash. I fuck with Kingpin more throughout this movie. And like just like with Luke Cage, John put me on to this. John put me on to this, Joe. To I'll say, in the little chat room that we in together, John put me on to this, and he came in the chat room and told him, "Hey man, hey bro, you seen this?" Like, no, I ain't checking. Hey bro, no, check it out. I bet cool.
It was good, man.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah, and the fight scenes in the Daredevil jump, man. Another one of the most common accurate jumps I've seen, man. The hallway fight scenes, and shit was legendary, and I like the camera work.
Yeah, me too.
If you watch the other MCU movies or TV shows, the camera work was a little different in the Daredevil TV show. The camera actually followed through with the Daredevil shit. And that's one thing I noticed, and it stood out to me. You can see Matt getting tired and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was realistic as fuck. And like you said, bro, the nigga who played Wilson Fisk Kingpin did a hell of a job, man. They even, they even did bits on Daredevil's faith and how you felt guilty quite often. Like, like in the books, man. I fuck with all that shit. You know, he gonna serve his God, but at the same time, he gotta do what he gotta do.
Yep.
The tone of that Daredevil series, all of them, the tone is dark as fuck, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Could the city Hell's Kitchen in the books and in the TV show is a broken city. Yep. So can the city be saved? Can a broken city be saved? Daredevil is a broken man. Can a broken man be saved?
Yep.
Yeah.
It costs to be good. You know what I'm saying? Like, Matt, my nigga. Not Matt, but Matt Murdock.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
I like they highlighted they highlighted Foggy Nelson a lot on this show, and Foggy Nelson was really a side character in the Daredevil books. Like this really introduced Foggy Nelson to a larger audience and Karen Page.
Yup.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go ahead, bro.
Shit, Daredevil was my number one. You literally hit on everything that I was going to say. I ain't nothing that I'm about to sit here and say that you haven't already said, bro, because that's exactly why Daredevil is my favorite MCU project. The reality of it, the grittiness of it, the struggle morally, religiously, the fact how he kept pushing his friends away just for the fact that he wanted to keep them safe, but he still kept them close because he knew he still needed them in a way. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
perfect. His conversations with the father, you feel me? Like, great, top tier on some real shit. The conversation, the debate, which was straight out of the comics, the debate that he had with Punisher when he was chained up to the roof. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah.
Like, yeah, that's why it's my number one. Like, I got everything that I ever needed from an MCU comic book show from Daredevil. Anything that I needed, I got it from it. Great villain, great action, great themes, stakes are high. You get a real sense of danger when you see Matt out there in the trenches. This man is getting stabbed. He's bleeding. He's like Jamal was saying, he's getting tired. He hurt. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a sense of him actually being in danger. You know,
Yeah.
you got that fighting
yeah,
spirit. You feel me? It's not just his enhanced hearing, it's that fighting spirit, that gritty nature, the Murdoch boys. You feel me? That's why I respect it. That's why I respect it. Yeah, yo. My number one, Daredevil.
yeah, man.
That's why it's a good
Say
TV
great,
show.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Great minds think alike, man.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a thing if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been crazy if all three of us would have had that movie number one though. Had that show to be number one.
Wait, yo, like, man, I'm this motherfucker, man. This man, she said, "What do you have around you?" That nigga put his hand to the floor, to the ground, and said, "A flare, two rusted nails, about four pennies." Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I love how they
Yeah,
explain his powers, how he would explain it, and you feel me? Like, I love that, man.
yeah. That's facts, though. Goddamn, Maddie boy.
Oh yeah,
That's
how
that's
I
a hell
got
of a thing.
that portrayal of Elektra, top tier,
Oh yeah.
top tier.
Yeah.
Portrayal of Elektra and Stick was top tier, yo.
Charlie Cox
Charlie,
definitely played the fucking Daredevil. No disrespect to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck might as well do a Batman. Daredevil belongs to Charlie Cox.
oh, and you know what though too? You brought up No Way Home. My boy Charlie Cox Daredevil, Matt Murdock had a cameo in that motherfucker. And I was
Yeah,
the movie theaters went crazy when he showed up in that movie.
yeah.
You know,
I smile.
that scene right there in that movie literally connected the Netflix MCU series to the Netflix movies.
I like when they do that though. I ain't gonna cap. I like when they kind of like intertwine with each other a little bit.
Like they spoke about it, you know, and Luke Cage, they spoke about it in Dead. That was how Kingpin came to power, actually. the battle for New York when the Avengers fought the Chitauri and Loki. That's how
Okay.
he came in the power in Daredevil, because when all of those buildings and everything was all destroyed and everything, he swooped up in there and bought mad shit for dirt cheap. You feel me? And rebuilt.
Yeah.
So they like spoke about it, but he was actually like Charlie Cox, Daredevil. His Matt Murdock was literally the lawyer of Peter Parker, Tom Holland's Peter Parker. Like that was like that's so what's up. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Connection with Daredevil and Spider-Man could definitely be explored more.
Yep.
They definitely was allies, especially in the 90s.
Yep.
But yeah, we can go at it all night, man. Let's let the people go to bed.
Yes, sir. You gonna put it out?
We'll bring it back next week with another episode, just like we do it every week. And stay tuned in, and I appreciate everybody for watching and comment and subscribe and click and share. Tell your friends, and you want to hear us discuss a topic, comment on it, or you want to be a guest on the show, comment on it. But until then, for John and Wes, I am Jamar. Good night and good fight, everybody.
Nah, yeah.
Good night.